What is this? It's a goddamn zombie tiger. That's crossing the line.
Jamal Finkley, Black Tree TV. So what a fun film, man.
What's up, Jamal?
Always good to see you, Omari.
Always good to see you. I didn't think you wanted to look at me, bro. Just because I'm hanging out with Matthias don't mean I ain't cool.
I was actually looking through your Twitter poetry
me,
right
dog.
now. I was just looking at it now like, oh, man, he's dropping some lines out here. My first question to you, Matthias, like, I know that you've acted and directed, and I want to know, like, how does having that experience in directing, like, inform your acting today?
Great question.
You know, I always was such a fan of, you know, like the American film industry. And, you know, it was interesting because when we shot in Albuquerque and it was this big set, I will never forget the first time. Sometimes it felt so real because, you know, there were zombies everywhere and cars burning and huge sets. And it was like, I just was all the time behind my friend Omari's back, like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And he was like, just follow me. I know, please hit your mark, Matthias. So I did that. And it was like, it really changed my, today, you know, it's so hard to go back to small again because I love big ideas, big dreams, big fairy tales, and big genre. It's something you can create a universe. That's I love that. You know, fairy tales. I love it.
Yeah. And Omari, I mean, we've talked a little about it before, but I mean, you was a big athlete. SEC school. SEC always represent.
That's right. Always, brother.
But
shout out to Vandy.
How do you think? I mean, do you think if your football career would have went further with the Chargers and everything else, do you feel like you would have still come back to acting? Or like, was that still going to be the overall dream that you had to get on the screen or the stage?
I think so. You know, Champ. Well, you know how close I am to Champ Bailey and Champ and Robert Edwards, Travis Stroud, Terrell Davis. Those were my closest friends, and it's ironic because two of those, as you know, are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, and I'll go so far as to say that Robert Edwards would have been, as you know, if he didn't get injured in his rookie year playing with New England. Obviously, we got Sony Michel there carrying that baton at New England. But I think those four mentioned human beings really believed that not only could I have played in NFL, but I would have actually been pretty solid at cornerback. And I know it to be true, too. My mom's, who's actually next to me, she's visiting, listening to you ask that question, she felt the same way. And I remember being at University of Georgia and having an issue with my playing time not being what I wanted it to be. And she said, you know, Omari, quite frankly, you can never control that which is out of your control. And it's one of the great gems she's ever told me. And I think it's the same thing. What was out of my control was that if football worked out enough, it still would have been the thing that God would have reminded me, there's this other thing to the right that you still haven't done yet. And it would have been called art. And acting is a part of that. And I think even if I had a 7-year run in the NFL, I'd be like, you know, any of those guys that played, Terry Crews included. He actually played for a length of period or a period of time. And I think absolutely you'd have seen me on screen at some point because God called me to it.
How precisely do we do the zombie killing?
Oh, Jesus. Is there anybody else here who hasn't killed a zombie? Well, we all know the basics. Zombies, shamblers, the undead, whatever you want to call them. When it comes to killing them, it's all about the brain. If one comes at you, shoot it in the brain. It's that simple. Any questions?
Yes. What if I took a big rock and smash it into the head? Would that work?
Yeah, that'd still be targeting the brain, so that would work.
Copy that.
I'm not gonna say I got a bone to pick with your mom because that's not true. But it does bother me that you're from Decatur. You skip right over the Southwest DeKalb High School.
I know, bro.
We sent Hassan Graham to UGA.
Yep.
We sent Quincy Carter to UGA and a number of people and went all the way to Marist. Like,
I can answer it quick. So Matthias, the local high school that was walking distance from where I grew up or ride a bike distance is what Jamal is getting at. It's called Southwest DeKalb. and it is probably the giant program, sport-wise, basketball included, but truly football, of Southeast Atlanta. My parents, Matthias, raised us in Southeast Atlanta, which is where Jamal was raised in. So Jamal and I know each other truly outside of journalist to obviously interviewee. In reality, Jamal is correct. I went away from the local public school, that is a giant of a school, 35 minutes northwest to an Atlanta school called Marist, which was a private school. Jamal, what's ironic, bro, is my mom's is really big on supporting local public school. She really is. Mom's probably really deep in her heart, not only would have sent me there had it just been her. Let's make her a single mom raising me. I'm at Southwest DeKalb. And she also thought that I was the kid that could have been fine at a public school, meaning I'm okay not having the private school discipline, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
But Pops kind of won in that battle. Pops is really big on the private school. He thought that I was as called to a big stage in life as she thought I was. He thought that that was the right bridge to get me to that. I agree that I equally could have been dominant at Southwest DeKalb Public School, not just as a space of athlete or artist, but as just a human being. And I don't mind you asking that. A lot of times I wonder, like, how would it have looked had I gone to Southwest DeKalb or Redan, for example? I'm with you on it. I think it's a dope question, and it reminds the viewership and the listeners that this big old Omari comes from these humble beginnings that you equally come from.
Yeah.
I think it's a great question, bro.
I gotta ask y'all both, like, if there was a real zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice to go into battle with these zombies?
I keep saying a mirror because I just want them to look at themselves. They got temper tantrum issues. They're so angry. Jamal, why are they so aggro? I probably would just put a mirror there and go, look at you. Your skin is out of place. You need to go to a dermatologist. You're trying to take my neck out. Matthias hasn't done anything to you. All he has is a little stick of chapstick. Like, look at yourself. A mirror might do it. No? I think.
That's great.
How about you,
It's a great idea. I would say a fog machine,
A what?
A machine that produces fog, like a
a
FOG
fart
machine,
machine.
Yeah. That would be like really smart because I can disappear immediately. And
fog
the
machine.
zombie would be
Fog
totally
machine.
confused because there was, his dinner. The dinner is gone. So a fog machine is not a portable, but it must be a portable fog machine. I'm so
Battery
smart.
charge.
Sorry to say, but it's
That's a real smart answer. Yeah. Always nice to meet you, Matthias. It was a great film. I enjoyed it. Can't wait to see more things from you. I'm gonna go through your catalog and find some of your other stuff. And Omari, always a big fan.
Oh, man. I
Really
respect
appreciate
you
that,
utmost, bro.
Even when this guy passed, you gave me a ticket to the funeral, man. I'll never forget that. So I mean, all the time, love for both of y'all. Keep on doing good in your career. Stay safe out there. Appreciate
I'm proud
it.
of you. And
Thank you,
rest
too.
in peace,
Stay safe.
Nipsey and Kobe. But I'm proud of you, Maul. Keep rocking, bro. Super proud of you.